important headlines of this hour on VTV News. Vietnam's GDP growth poised for robust growth in 2024. And Vietnam crowned ASEAN football champion. In our world news, South Korea investigators seek to extend impeached President Yoon's arrest warrant.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon, it is 3 p.m. local time and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyền Trân with the top stories. During a working session with Gia Lai's key officials on Monday morning, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm acknowledged the province's achievements while addressing several challenges. The region's economic growth has not yet reached its full potential, with notable issues in land and mineral resource management. The province also faces a shortage of skilled workers and inadequate workforce training. Additionally, some areas continue to experience security and order concerns. The party leader directed Gia Lai to resolve these constraints and implement existing plans and strategies. He highlighted three main pillars for economic development: advancing high-tech, organic, and sustainable agriculture, focusing on selective industrial sectors for competitive advantages, and establishing tourism as a distinctive, sustainable green economy. Now, during the visit, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm presented $196,000 to the Galar Communal Health Station to enhance local healthcare services. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chính chaired a conference on Monday morning to review foreign affairs achievements in 2024 and outline missions for 2025. The Prime Minister praised the sector's significant progress in maintaining peace, fostering cooperation and development, strengthening high-level political trust, and expanding diplomatic reach. He outlined three key expectations, which are actively proposing timely, flexible, and effective strategies in party, state, and public diplomacy, leveraging international agreements and commitments as development resources, and building a diplomatic corps that is both virtuous and proficient. For 2025, the Prime Minister emphasized 5 focal tasks, including supporting an economic growth target of at least 8%, strengthening favorable diplomatic relations, and advancing emerging industries such as big data, AI, blockchain, cloud computing, advanced materials, renewable energy, and cultural and entertainment sectors. Now, under the chairmanship of National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn, the Standing Committee of the National Assembly convened its 41st session on Monday. In his opening remarks, the National Assembly Chairman announced that the session would review and refine 4 draft laws: the Digital Technology Industry Law, the amended Employment Law, the amended Advertising Law, and the amended Law on Standards and Technical Regulations. He highlighted the substantial workload for 2025 and the importance of thorough preparation for the year's extraordinary session. The top legislator also urged relevant parties to finalize resolutions supporting Resolution 18 on streamlining the administrative apparatus. He also emphasized that priority must also be given to new initiatives, including the first-ever National Assembly forums on supreme oversight and legislative discussions. Vietnam's economy ended 2024 with remarkable achievements, with the General Statistics Office confirming figures that exceeded expectations. Despite global uncertainties and domestic challenges, these results reflect the combined efforts of the political system, businesses, and citizens.
In its recent report, the General Statistics Office of Vietnam confirmed the 7.09% growth rate in gross domestic products, or GDP, for Vietnam in 2024. This result positioned Vietnam as a regional and global leader in economic expansion. The office called this achievement very positive especially given global market fluctuations and natural disasters affecting the country. This growth lays a solid foundation for 2025. In other indices, the Consumer Price Index, CPI, rose by just 3.63%. It is well below the 4% threshold set by the National Assembly and reflecting effective inflation control measures. Total trading turnover reached an impressive figure of $786 billion USD, with a trade surplus of $24.77 billion USD. Vietnam's balanced trade structure and recovery in key exports signal a resilient and thriving economy. Services contributed the most to the economy, accounting for 49.46% of added value, followed by industry, agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. In terms of budget collection, for the first time, Vietnam's budget revenue exceeded the figure of 78 billion USD. Foreign direct investment also surged in 2024. From this success, the government has set an ambitious GDP growth target of 8% for 2025. It is a significant challenge requiring enhanced management, proactive risk mitigation, and seamless coordination across all sectors.
The final month of 2024 saw nearly 8,500 enterprises resuming operations nationwide, a notable increase from the previous month and above the yearly average, according to the Department of Business Registration and Management under the Ministry of Planning and Investment. While this signals positive growth, the number of newly established businesses has also declined. Most returning enterprises are small-scale, operating in the service sector, with registered capital of $400,000 or less. To support businesses in overcoming financial difficulties, efforts focus on reducing loan interest rates and simplifying lending procedures. Ho Chi Minh City is expanding its urban railway system with 2 additional metro lines, bringing the total planned lines to 12. The new additions include Line 11, the Riverside Line, and Line 12, which will be constructed using either light rail or subway technology. As part of the city's ambitious railway development project, Ho Chi Minh City aims to build 355 kilometers of metro lines by 2030, with plans to extend this to 510 kilometers by 2045. This expansion reflects the city's dedication to improving public transportation and supporting its rapidly growing urban population. The Bến Thành Suối Tiên Metro Line has achieved remarkable success since its launch. It welcomed 1.4 million passengers in just over 10 days of operation, more than triple the expected number. Operating at 200 trips daily, the Metro Line has become a vital part of Ho Chi Minh City's transportation network. This new infrastructure is also boosting real estate values, especially in areas along its route.
This woman is thrilled by the rising demand for properties near Metro Line 1.
Customers have bombarded me with calls asking, can you find me property near the metro so we can build a service apartment? Or do you have any projects along the metro line for a 2-bedroom flat? Let me know.
Insiders predict a 15 to 25% increase in real estate prices near the metro line by early 2025, with the number of transactions expected to rise by approximately 30%.
Prices are skyrocketing, business is booming, advertising is thriving, and even parking lots are benefiting.
Since the metro line became operational, real estate demand has skyrocketed and liquidity has increased significantly.
Nearly 20 kilometers and features 14 stations. Along this route, 40 major real estate projects are currently under development. Over the next decade, Ho Chi Minh City plans to build 355 kilometers of metro lines, a development that promises to transform both the city's infrastructure and property market.
It is a game changer in cities like Singapore. Properties near metro lines command a 20 to 30% premium compared to other areas.
Experts emphasize that property values will rise as metro stations become surrounded by shopping malls, entertainment centers, sports complexes, restaurants, and hotels, creating a thriving local economy.
And before we move on to other important updates, let's take a look at the foreign exchange rates of today, January 6. Coming up next on VTV News. Vietnam crowned ASEAN football champions. And later on, Quảng Bình Spring Fair 2025 opens. The Vietnam national football team triumphed over Thailand in the second leg of the ASEAN Cup final on Sunday night. The match began with Vietnam taking an early lead in the 7th minute, thanks to a goal by striker Tuấn Hải. However, the scores quickly evened out with a goal by Ben Davies. The game became more challenging for Vietnam when Nguyễn Xuân Son suffered a severe injury and had to leave the field. And in the second half, Thailand took a controversial 2-1 lead in a situation where they were expected to return the ball, but instead took a shot and scored. The host team was charged with a red card and had to continue with 10 players. This advantage helped Vietnam even the score before sealing a dramatic 3-2 victory. With an aggregated win of 5-3, the Vietnamese team secured their third ASEAN Championship title, marking the first time the men's national team claimed the Victory Cup abroad. And as the Vietnamese team defeated Thailand in the second leg of the final to claim the 2024 ASEAN Cup Championship, celebrations erupted across the country as millions of Vietnamese fans spent a sleepless night rejoicing in the victory. More to follow.
When the final whistle blew, the pressure melted away. Vietnam had won the AFF Cup for the third time in its history.
I can't breathe. My heart must be beating so hard. It's so amazing.
Although player Xuân Son was injured, we still won.
Thousands of people poured into the streets to celebrate the victory. Crowds were heard cheering, "Vietnam is the champion," until midnight. The streets of Hanoi were vibrant with celebration, but everyone remained safety conscious, wearing helmets and obeying traffic signals.
I have nothing to say, but Vietnam is the champion.
And the moment the final whistle blew, the entire nation erupted in celebration as Vietnam secured the ASEAN Cup Championship. Fans across the country took to the streets, embracing the historic triumph with unbridled excitement. And though many went without sleep, the joy of witnessing Vietnam's victory made it all worthwhile.
In Hanoi, streets leading to the city center were packed with jubilant fans waving national flags. Foreign tourists joined the Vietnamese crowds, chanting, "Vietnam is the champion." The celebration echoed through the night, filling the capital with energy and pride.
The celebration stirred up Ho Chi Minh City as well, with tens of thousands roaming the streets to revel in the victory. Social media platforms overflowed with congratulatory messages from millions of fans.
In Phie, large screens set up in public areas became hubs for Theo's supporters. When the championships were secured, the crowd erupted in cheers, celebrating Vietnam's triumph.
Thanh Hoa City saw equally vibrant festivities. Thousands gathered, with central streets adorned in national flags and filled with the jubilant chants of victory.
At Guangxi Province Cultural and Cinema Centers, fans arrived early, donning Red Star shirts and banners to support the national team. The venue turned into a sea of red as fans cheered passionately for the team.
Central streets became celebration areas as fans took to the roads after the final match. Police were stationed at various points and stood ready to ensure traffic safety amidst the joyous crowds.
Across Vietnam, the championship united fans in an unforgettable night of celebrations, demonstrating the nation's deep passion for football and fierce national pride.
Continuous study and training to improve capabilities is one of the notable qualities of Uncle Ho's soldiers. Recently, Cần Thơ City Military Command has shown excellence in scientific research through innovative initiatives that enhance military training quality and strengthen national defense capabilities.
The sound simulation device can be installed on both armored tanks and various types of machine guns. Though compact in size, it effectively simulates weapon sounds to replace air bullets. Due to these practical features, the device has proven highly effective in military training.
Training can be conducted easily without air ammunition. Additionally, its compact and lightweight design allows for installation on various types of guns.
A graduate of the Armored Technical School, Major Trung has a deep passion for science. During his 25-year military career, he has completed about 50 successful research projects. Outside of work and training hours, he regularly studies, learns, and is diligent in his research.
Over the years, Comrade Chung has continuously promoted the qualities of Uncle Ho soldiers. He's actively participated in competition for innovative teaching tools models, both inside and outside the Army.
For the past 8 years, Major Trung has been awarded the title of Emulation Fighter at the grassroots level. Much of his research has been honored in military competitions and the Golden Book of Vietnamese Creativity.
Secondly, training can be conducted easily without air ammunition. Additionally, its compact and lightweight design allows for installation on various types of guns.
More than 2.3 million low-income households and policy beneficiaries have received poverty reduction loans for housing, education, and livelihood improvement, totaling over $14.8 billion in policy funding. The government has allocated more than $232 million from the state budget for the Vietnam Bank for Social Policies in 2025, with over $94 million designated for social housing loans. And in the coming year, the bank will prioritize providing capital for poverty reduction loans and policy beneficiaries to support social welfare. Through local budget funds of $2.3 trillion entrusted to the bank, over 712,000 workers have gained employment, including nearly 7,000 rehabilitated individuals who now have stable jobs. The Ministry of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs has announced the completion of 12,800 renovated or newly built houses across the country, replacing temporary and dilapidated house structures. These homes will give impoverished and near-impoverished households a fresh start, enabling them to celebrate the Lunar New Year in comfort. This initiative showcases the party, state, and government's dedication to supporting vulnerable communities.
With government support of $2,400 USD and guidance from the commune to secure an additional $2,000 USD in policy loans, Trieu Thị Phung's family can not only celebrate Tet in their new home, but also fulfill her wish of hosting her youngest child's wedding there.
Many thanks to the party and state. This year, I have a new house and a daughter-in-law.
Local authorities are prioritizing housing completion for the most disadvantaged households to ensure they can move into new homes before Tet. The Tay family, who lived in a dilapidated thatched roof house for over 20 years, never imagined owning a solid home. Thanks to government support, they combined it with their savings of $1,200 USD to build their new house.
I have a new house for Tet. It's great, thanks to the party and state.
We are focusing our resources on helping people build new houses and aim to complete 2,098 houses before Tet.
The Ministry of Labor, Invalids, and Social Affairs reported good progress in eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses, but localities need to be more proactive in mobilizing additional resources.
While many localities have mobilized resources beyond their needs, others still lack sufficient funding to eliminate all temporary and dilapidated houses.
Localities with large numbers of temporary and dilapidated houses, such as Tuyen Quang with 7,000 and Ha Giang with 11,000, aim to complete the program by July.
The 2025 Quảng Spring Fair opened Sunday night in Đồng Hới City with 200 exhibition booths. The fair showcases diverse products from OCOP agricultural goods to agar wood handicrafts and traditional village crafts, drawing 120 businesses, production facilities, and trade services agencies. The fair serves as an exciting shopping destination while stimulating local commerce and expanding market opportunities, both within and beyond the province. Coming up next in our world news. South Korea investigators seek to extend impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol's arrest warrant. And the brutalist Emilia Perez win top film honors at Golden Globes. Now moving on to our world news, the South Korean Corruption Investigation Office issued an official letter on Monday asking police to take over the execution of the arrest warrant for impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol in connection with the imposition of martial law. The request was made just one day before the arrest warrant expired. On January 3rd, the South Korean Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials stopped the execution of the arrest warrant after hours of confrontation with the presidential security team at the residence of Yoon Suk-yeol. According to the latest information from Yonhap, the Corruption Investigation Office is seeking to extend the arrest warrant for Yoon. Impeached President Yoon's legal team has rejected the arrest warrant, saying it is illegal and invalid, and arguing that the Corruption Investigation Office has no authority to investigate the allegations against Yoon. Heavy snow and freezing rain caused widespread disruption across Europe on Sunday, particularly in the UK and Germany. Overnight snowfall created significant travel chaos throughout the UK, with Manchester and Liverpool John Lennon Airport forced to close their runways for several hours. The UK Met Office, its National Weather and Climate Service, issued an amber weather warning for snow in northern England, along with 7 yellow warnings extending into Monday. In Germany, snow and ice caused havoc as winter weather spread from the southwest. Authorities issued black ice warnings for drivers and pedestrians, urging people to stay home when possible. Frankfurt Airport had to cancel 120 of its 1,090 scheduled flights on Sunday, while Munich Airport operated with just one runway as crews cleared the other. On Sunday, New York officially became the first U.S. city to impose a congestion charge. Vehicles entering the Manhattan zone comprising local streets and avenues at or below 60th Street near Central Park will be charged a toll. The fee ranges from $2.25 to $21.60 per trip, varying by a vehicle type, time of day, and payment method. Some special cases will qualify for discounts or exemptions. And through this plan, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority expects to generate $1 billion in annual revenue and reduce vehicle traffic in the zone by 10%. Despite opposition, New York City has moved forward with initiative to reduce traffic congestions and also improve air quality. The 82nd Golden Globe Awards ceremony was held at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in California, U.S. This is an event to honor American film and television series in 2024. The Brutalist, the story of a Holocaust survivor who chases the American dream, and musical thriller Emilia Perez took home the first major movie honors of Hollywood's awards season at the Golden Globes on Sunday.
The Brutalist was named Best Movie Drama, and star Adrian Brody won Best Film Actor. Emilia Perez claimed Best Movie Musical or Comedy.
I have to thank everyone up here who over and over again bet on this film that kept falling apart. And they stuck with it, you know, through thick and thin, really. So thanks to all of you. I really love you all very much.
The light always wins over darkness. Raise your voice and say, I won, I am who I am. Know who you want. Thank you so much.
At the red carpet ceremony in Beverly Hills, Demi Moore won Best Actress in a musical or comedy film for her leading role in The Substance, the story of a fading actress seeking a fountain of youth. Stan was named Best Actor in a film, musical, or comedy for A Different Man, a movie about a man with facial disfigurement. Globe honorees were chosen by 334 entertainment journalists from 85 countries, compared with roughly 9,000 voters who select the Academy Awards. Winning a Globe can shine a spotlight on movies and performances in the run-up to the Academy Awards in March.
And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.